welcome to Share Talk. Today we have Greatland Gold with us on the podcast, ticker GGP on AIM. Greatland Gold is an exploration company based with many projects in Australia. We are with Gervaise Heddle, who is the CEO. Welcome, Gervaise.
Thank you, John. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So just to start with, just for those who may not have listened to a GGP podcast before, could you just give us an introduction and an overview of the 5 projects that you've got going at the moment?
Sure, John. Well, as you know, we're an AIM-quoted security. We listed on AIM in 2006, and we have 5 projects. All the 5 projects are 100% owned by Greatland, or we've got the rights to 100%. And all 5 projects are based in Australia. We have 2 projects in Tasmania, the Fire Tower Gold Project and the Warrentinna Gold Project. We have 3 projects in Western Australia. We have the Brahmas Nickel Project, which is down near Norseman, and we have the Ernest Giles Project, which is 1,000 square kilometres of a virtually unexplored greenstone belt out in remote Western Australia. And then recently we entered into agreement to acquire the rights to 100% of the Heddle project, which is a very exciting IOCG type target where Western Mining did some work on that in the 1990s, and that's a copper and gold target there.
Okay, and you've had 2 pieces of news in the last couple of days. So shall we kick off with yesterday's news, which was Warrentinna, the drilling results?
Sure. Yep. Yeah, so yesterday we reported the follow-up 1 metre assay results at Warrentinna. So we reported the results of the 4 metre composite samples that we did at the end of the RC drilling campaign. We reported them about 5 or 6 weeks ago, I think, and we got some really good 4 metre composite samples out of that, good grades. And then these results, we got some higher grades in the 1 metre samples. I think 1 metre up towards nearly 5 grams a tonne, about 4.6 or 4.7 grams a tonne, I think, in a couple of spots. And what these results really demonstrate to us is that there is a good continuity to the core of the mineralisation there at that project. So there's been a bit of drilling over time, and we can see that continuity of mineralisation extending. Plus, it suggests that the mineralisation is still open to the north and to the east. And if your listeners are interested, they can go to Greatland's website, go to our projects page and the Warrentinna page, and you can see there's a nice diagram there which illustrates where the historic drill holes have been and where we think the mineralisation is still open there to the north and the east. So we're very pleased with that.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed the project page on your website, and we've kind of, I hope that's fine, but we've rehashed some of that for the Share Talk website as well. So, I mean, a lot of our readers are quite interested in the sort of visuals that you give because of the sort of geology backgrounds that some of our users have got and your investors alike. I mean, in terms of those were final drilling results from that recent drilling campaign, what's next for Warrentinna?
The next step is to try to track the mineralisation further north. And the first step in that will be doing more soil sampling and field mapping, etc., and just trying to figure out as best we can from surface where we think the mineralisation extends. And then after that, we'll use that information to plan more drill hole locations, do some extension drilling, do some infill drilling, and really just start to get a better idea of this mineralised system.
Okay, so what kind of a timeline can investors maybe expect for the next piece of news with regards to Warrentinna?
Sure, well, I think we'll probably look at some sort of field work within the next few months, where we're quite busy on a number of things at the moment, some of which have been announced, some of which haven't. So there's a number of things going on, so we'll just have to see how it fits into our workflow, but hopefully towards the middle of the year we'll start some more activity there.
Okay, thank you very much for that update. So next we'll move on to Bromus, and today you've had your drilling approvals received. So do you want to just give us an overview of what that entails?
Yeah, absolutely. So, with every drill campaign in Western Australia, you've got to get approval from the Western Australian government, and we've got approval there to go out and drill at least a couple of holes from the existing drill pads to target what we hope are some interesting, nickel sulfide targets. Just stepping back a little bit on Brahmas, for those who are not familiar with it. We did some surface electromagnetics at Brahmas, and that came back with four very interesting targets. Some, highly conductive targets, which could be good for massive sulfides. We then launched a limited drilling campaign of 4 holes targeting those 4 targets, one into each target. It seems that on at least a few of them we missed the target. So we followed up with downhole electromagnetics, and the downhole electromagnetics would suggest that indeed we did miss a couple of highly conductive targets with our first go round. So we're going back now using the benefit of the downhole electromagnetics, which gives us a much better 3D view of the target, to go back and and see what's down there basically.
Okay, I mean, I had a quick question from Freeheel off Twitter about
Sure.
these downholes. And he was asking, are the Bromus holes going to be RC so they can get close, followed by diamond drilling? Is that what you're intending to do?
That's right. That's what we did with the first 4 holes. So we do RC collars because it's cheaper, and then diamond once you hit the what we hope is the mineralised zone. And so we did that the first time with the first 4 holes, and we're going to be doing that as well here. So we've got a rig going out that does both RC and diamond drilling. And interestingly, we just signed up with the drillers today, I believe. And the what's interesting about it is firstly that it's an Indigenous owned and operated driller. I think it's the first one in Australia. But they also have quite an interesting rig that they're going to be using out there to do this drilling.
Okay, and maybe that could be some more photo opportunities for us back here.
Absolutely, we'll try and get some photos from the field. Absolutely.
Excellent. So I gather the drilling's going to commence in the next few weeks, and we're maybe looking to get news, maybe mid-April?
Yes, well, hopefully drilling will commence within the next, I think we said 3 weeks, and then, within 3 or 4 weeks after that, we would hope to have assay results. Again, you never know; it just depends on how busy the labs are, and things are heating up. It's the availability of drilling rigs is getting tighter. The labs are getting busier, so definitely as more money has come into the sector at the end of last year, there's more activity. So wait times are blowing out a little bit, but I'm fairly hopeful that we'll be able to get those results pretty quickly.
Yeah, so just going back to some of the other projects you're going, I mean, Ernest Giles in particular, you had quite significant news recently. What are we looking at in terms of expected news flow for those coming up in the next next quarter or two?
Sure. Well, at Ernest Giles, we announced that we were looking at a drilling program at the Empress target, where we've had some very high golden soil anomalies there historically, much higher than the golden soil anomalies at Meadows, where we had recent success outlining 2 new zones of gold mineralisation. So we're awaiting sort of approval for that. But we've also been going through an exercise of looking at all the other targets and going through historic data. And I think there's going to be some other developments there as well on that front. So which we'll hopefully let the market know about soon.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Gervaise. And if I were a private investor sitting here at home looking at Greatland Gold, what would be the main reasons for me looking to invest in your company?
Sure. Well, like all exploration companies, we're always a bit of a bet on exploration success.
Sure.
So it is that style of risk of investment. But the reason I would look at Greatland Gold is because we are primarily focused on gold and strategic base metals. We have 100% of all our properties, and all our properties are based in Australia. And I think it's that's quite a compelling portfolio of projects. I'd also say I think the Ernest Giles property is is an intriguing property where we've had some recent success, but there's a lot more to do there, and I think that there's great potential there. on that greenstone belt. Those greenstone belts in Western Australia host most of the major gold deposits in Western Australia. I think there's tremendous potential there. And also the Havieron asset we're particularly excited about as we've done some more review on it. I think there's going to be a very interesting story to tell there as well.
Thank you very much, Gervaise. And are we going to see you on our shores anytime soon in the UK?
Yes, I'm going to be in London the week of the 27th of March. And there is a Mining Maven event on the Thursday, the 30th of March. I'd encourage everyone to come along to that. We're presenting along with a couple of other companies. And then Callum and I will also both be at the UK Investor Show on Saturday, the 1st of April.
Okay, as will Share Talk, so we will see you there.
Great. We'll look forward to doing an interview on the floor show.
Exactly. Okay then, thank you very much. So that was Gervaise Heddle, CEO of Greatland Gold, ticker GGP on FTSE AIM. Thank you, Gervaise.
Great. Thanks, John.